What's up, guys? So the first issue of the new Punisher series, this is the one with the new Punisher in it. This comes out on Wednesday, November 8th, and I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of information about it. Now, as with all of the other books I get to preview early, I'm not going to show you any interiors. I don't want to be the source of any leaks or spoilers or anything like that, but I did want to give you a little bit of information about it just to let you know what this book is all about. This issue starts with two detectives who are investigating a house that exploded with the family still inside. The house belonged to a man named Joe Garrison, and during the investigation, they're able to find the bodies of the wife and the two children that lived there, but they're not able to find Joe's body, which instantly sends him to the top of the suspect list. Meanwhile, we see a shadowy figure enter this bar that's owned by the Inner Demon Gang, which is Mr. Negative's gang, you know, Mr. Negative, the Spider-Man villain. Well, this shadowy figure is looking for a guy called the Sokovian. He takes out the gang in the bar, but the Sokovian gets away. Later on, some witnesses describe the shadowy figure as wearing a skull on his chest, leading people to think that the Punisher, Frank Castle, may be back. Now, this next part is not a spoiler. This was in the solicitations for this issue. This is what the book is about. It's not supposed to be a secret. But we learned that this shadowy figure, this man, his name is Joe Garrison, the guy whose house exploded. And we learned that he was a former S.H.I.E.L.D. Black Ops agent, and he's working out of an abandoned S.H.I.E.L.D. bunker. He said that there's a whole bunch of them throughout the city, so he's using all kinds of S.H.I.E.L.D. tech. And he's also working with his former handler, a woman named AAA. She used to aid him in his missions for S.H.I.E.L.D. He used to sort of work on his own, very quietly and precisely taking out targets that S.H.I.E.L.D. wanted him to take out. So that we get a little bit of his background, but I think there's still more that we'll learn. So he's looking for this guy called the Sokovian because the Sokovian was the one who blew up his house, although we don't yet know why, and we don't know who sent the Sokovian to do that. So Joe and his handler, AAA, they're able to track the Sokovian to some subway tunnels where he runs into another villain that longtime Marvel Comics readers will be familiar with, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. We haven't seen them in a good while, so it was cool to see that character pop back up again. And that whole fight, the way that Joe handles that villain is very, very cool. And I think I'll stop there. I think I'm not going to tell you anything else, but basically, Joe is on this mission to find the guy who blew up his house, why he did it, and who sent him. And I think we're going to find out, although I don't know yet, but I think we're going to find out that it all has ties to probably a mission of his from the past when he was with S.H.I.E.L.D. But again, that's just speculation. I'm not spoiling anything because we don't yet know from this issue. So I know that that was all very vague, but again, I'm trying not to spoil or leak anything. I will say that I did enjoy this issue quite a bit more than I thought I would. I really want to know more about Joe. I want to know the who's and the whys of everything that he dealt with in this issue. I will also say that I don't really know yet what differentiates Joe from Frank Castle, other than he was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, whereas Frank Castle was a police officer. They feel very, very similar right now. Like, you could take Joe out of this story, put Frank Castle in it, and it would still be the same story. So I feel like there's more to come. I feel like we are going to learn more that does differentiate the two of them, but we're just not there yet. The purpose of this issue, I believe, was just to introduce us to Joe, get us used to how he operates and that kind of thing, and then more will come later. So you just, you can't just judge it on the one issue. You've got to read a couple at least to see where the story is going. But I liked it. I'm on board for the next one at least. I recommend it if you're a fan of the Punisher. Give it a shot. But yeah, I thought it was a good start, and I can't wait for more. So let me know if you guys pick this up, and if you do, let me know what you think about it.